Hey, what's going on? I just wanted to do a video about um, repair cost versus vehicle value. This is a conversation that I'm starting to have daily. So we live in this crazy time. It's not 1985 anymore. So we live in this crazy time now where you can't buy $500 vehicles anymore. Um, yes, there are people in the world that will bless people from time to time, and it does still happen. But I think they still think it's 1985, and most people are not that way. Most vehicles that I look at need major repairs, and they're wanting $2,500 for them. Something, oh, $2,500. It's a decent vehicle, but it needs a transmission, or it's a decent vehicle, it needs an engine. So that's where we're at these days. So, you know, fixing our vehicles a lot of times is a better option than replacing it. So, that being said, you know, say you have a vehicle. I had a guy the other day that brought a vehicle in that he looked up the book value on it, was worth $3,500. But the car was still pretty nice. Like the book value is 3,500, the interior is still pretty nice, the body's not beat up. Uh, it could have been cleaned up a little bit, but it's a pretty nice car. And I quoted him, like, just sitting there, I could look and see $2,500 worth of repairs that it needed. And he's like, "Man, I don't know. I might trade it in at that price." And I was like, "Okay, well, let's go over this real quick." So you had this car that, like, they were considering going and getting a new car or a used vehicle. So I'm like, "You're gonna go get a car, and it's gonna cost you. I don't know what you're gonna get, but you're gonna get a car that's gonna cost you anywhere from $500 a month to $1,200 a month, right? I don't know. I don't buy new cars, but I hear they're really expensive. Um, and your repairs are $2,500 to get you to where this car should be good for at least another year without even, like, just doing a couple oil changes, and that's it. So do the math on that, right? What is that? Uh uh $2,500 would be the same as 5 monthly payments at $500 a month. So, at some point you got to look at mileage versus um, miles per dollar. You know, now there's a couple other things, factors there. You just don't like the car. Well, I get it. Go get something else. Um, you just, there's electrical problems that are starting to happen in this interior of this car. Half the stuff doesn't work in it anymore. I get it. The interior's trashed, not worth keeping. I understand all that. But if the car is still in pretty decent shape, all the little kinks and quirks with the car, and you don't mind it, you can deal with that liftgate button doesn't quite work right all the time, or, oh yeah, I backed in that pole, but that dent in the quarter panel doesn't really bother me. Um, if you can deal with all that, in my mind, if you're just trying to make it ahead in life, um, $2,000. I'm going to even say it, in a lot of vehicles, a $5,000 repair, $10,000 repair is worth it because you can't replace the vehicle for that. And what I mean by that is, say a $2,500 car. Like, my car needs $2,500 in repairs. I don't want to do that. I'm going to go buy another $2,500 car. Well, guess what? That one probably needs $5,000 worth of repairs. You buy a $2,500 car, it's going to come needing major repairs already. So, we live in this crazy time where um, you got to decide, if you're just needing something different, or are we going to just hang on to this and put the money in it? That's just my 2 cents. Of course, I'm a mechanic. I've had people say that you're a mechanic, you can work on it. Well, I get that, but what I'm thinking of is reliability, keeping people on the road, and how we going to do that. And repairing a vehicle that you already have a lot of times is going to be more cost effective in reliability. So those are just my thoughts on that. And yeah, so you guys have a wonderful day. This garage minister is just trying to help you live a little bit better life.